Hey guys, um, Little Lambs Our Nursery made a great video about is it okay to sell our dolls? And I really um, thought it was a great video. And it was so fitting for some of the things that I've been experiencing myself. And she was just saying that, talking about how, people buy and sell, and sometimes people get a baby and turn right back around and sell it as soon as they get it. Well, a lot of stuff happens with me that I don't always come online and talk about with you guys. A lot of rude messages or comments and stuff like that or whatever. And I have gotten that a lot because, as we all know, I buy and sell a lot. And my reasoning for that is because, for one, I know this is going to sound pretty harsh, but it's because I can, because it's my dolls and my money that I spent. And then two, the other main reason is because the doll is probably not the perfect fit for me. Doesn't mean that it's something wrong with it or it's not a perfect doll. It's just not the one for me. And so I will sell the doll. It can be just as simple as I didn't care for the way the coloring was or anything to that nature, and I will let the doll go. So, just like when I recently bought the Anne Hung doll, you know, an individual got upset. They deleted me off of Facebook, blocked me, and then in return, then they came back, and when I bought the Amory sculpt, which is Romy, um, then it seemed like there was a problem with that as well, that I bought that doll. It's like, it's funny how people don't understand that it's our right to buy and sell whatever dolls we choose. I think with the Anne Hung doll, there may have been some talk about, I know that I was accused of saying that the doll was never, that I said that the doll was not, the Anne Hung dolls are not as good as Claritella dolls. And that is true in my opinion, but that's not why I sold the doll. Opportunity came. I've always been curious about the Anne Hung dolls. The opportunity came for me to be able to get the doll, and so I got her. But when I got her, her coloring was was not to my liking. I'm not going to get into all of that. She has a new mommy. Her new mommy loves her. And I'm not going to sit here and talk about, you know, all that. Me and the mommy discussed it, and she knows what I didn't like about it. But that doesn't mean that I won't buy anything less than a Claritella doll, because there's no way I would be able to afford to just only buy Claritella dolls. It's just that I chose to sell the doll. So, um, you know, it's like people don't understand that, it's really our collection. We choose to share it with one another. But at the end of the day, the person that spent the money has to enjoy the doll. If you don't enjoy the doll, then it's like a waste of money. Like, if that's the case, I might as well just buy the doll and give it away. And this is going to be too snug for you. We're not going to do that. So I'll have to see if it's something close by that I can put him on in place of that, because that I can already tell is going to be too snug, and I'm not about to try to force it on him, because that's how people damage their dolls, when they force things on them and they then they scratch and tear, and not gonna do it. So yeah, but a lot of people, they truly don't understand. Um, they truly don't understand that as much as like I love to please my viewers, and that's why I try to show what babies, most people like, in the videos and everything. But at the end of the day, when the camera shuts off, I'm stuck with that doll that I've paid thousands of dollars for that I don't like. And if that is a very miserable feeling. If they cost $50, then I would keep them with no problem and be like, you know what? I'm just going to keep this one because so-and-so like it, and I'll just keep showing it to them. Or, you know what, better yet, I'll just send it to so-and-so if they were that cheap. But we're not talking about, $50 or $100 even. I mean, the reborns are even expensive. I'm not even going to keep a $500 doll if I don't like it at this point in my collecting. And another thing about me is that the more you collect and the more you see in person, the more picky you are, the more you learn what you like and what you don't like, and what you are going to be able to live with and what you're not going to be able to live with. Like, you're going to know if such and such is going to bother you so much until you're never going to really fully connect with the doll, because you've developed a certain taste in the art. And that's just how it is. That's why, like, when I bought the last baby, I was a little concerned about one particular thing, because I've had a baby before and I didn't care for it. One of my things that is very bothersome to me is when a doll is not proportioned. I was actually going to sell Gabby because she was not well proportioned, but I was able to tweak her body enough to get her to a point where she appears to be pretty proportioned at this point. But originally, the body that she was on, that came from the artist and all that stuff, it just wasn't working out. And then it was like she had like monkey arms, and then it's not the artist, it's the way the doll was sculpted. It just wasn't thought out well, in my opinion. And then, but I was able to tweak the body. I put her on about 3 different bodies until I got one that really worked out for her. But that's just the way it goes. You just can't keep every doll that you buy. Well, some people can. Some people can afford that, and kudos to them. But I can't, and even if I can, I think it's kind of crazy to do that, because why have, hundreds of dollars just sitting doing nothing? So I found these little things. I should put these on her. She's usually matching him anyway. But yeah, that was a good topic for me. I thought that was, perfect. Her talking about, how we get, judged in all the bad and rude comments, and, or people like, why did you sell that one? Or you sold so-and-so for that one? And I mean, you would be just amazed at the comments that you get when you sell something out of your collection. And then it's like, I've talked about this part before, where it seems like it's almost like people are waiting for you. You gotta say like, oh, I'm selling because I need to, you know, pay for this, or I'm selling because I can't afford it anymore. Like, they want a sad story with it if you're selling too. And I think, and I see a lot of people doing that, like coming up with stuff or saying, you know, and then if you don't give a reason or make up a reason, then people think something is wrong with the doll that you're selling. When you are selling dolls, it's so tricky. Like, you gotta like say, oh, because I need to do this or I need to do that. Otherwise they think, oh, it's something wrong with it. You can't just say, I just don't prefer this doll. You can't, you know, a lot of times people, they act like they don't want to accept that answer. I love her little armatures and her arms and her legs. Just so cute. So easy to pose her. But anyway, that is it. I'm not going to make this a long video. I hope everybody have a great day. And we will see you guys soon.